Welcome to Zentangle Project Pack 18. This is our wrap-up. My name is Rick.
Hi, I'm Maria, and just look at all this great stuff that you guys did. So you must have this collection. You have now an exhibit that you could put in
Right.
your home, invite people for tea, and explain to them all the different projects that you've done. It's like a little exhibit. Isn't that cool?
And we want to just go through a few things of some of the different ideas that didn't make it into the final cuts here. One thing is you can take these translucency tiles, and put them in our frames and hang them in the window. They're really cool. And here are some, just in no particular order.
Should we move things away?
No, I think like with this tile,
Oh, okay.
right? Here are some of the ones that were done in
How pretty is that?
preparation and templates.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. These were just projects. Oh, look at how this glows here.
So this is what Molly did here is adding graphite to the white jelly roll.
Yeah.
So put the white jelly roll on and all those dots.
Oh my God! Look
and
at
then
how great
add the graphite on that. Isn't that cool?
How fun! And this was such a simple thing. It was just lines and orbs, right?
Right.
Albeit a little squished, but.
And here's another.
Oh, it looks like a discovery of ancient ostrich eggs or something.
Right?
Yeah.
And opened up. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
Right? Look at that. How fun.
I think we did that one. And we got Julie's. We have this. Oh, this one of yours is like tons of these cool things.
This is the one I wanted to show you up close and personal here, was the different, that slight difference in each needle or leaf, where we had that dark black in the middle of the leaf. And it just changed the whole look of this. And then this particular one, too, we didn't have it cut into the paper. I just turned it around and did it exactly the same way on the back, just seeing through it so that it becomes a three-dimensional piece. That was so much fun. And
what I really like is these like delicate feathery extensions.
It is
show
feathery
through on both sides.
So it's maybe like from some extinct
plant meets bird.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, this is really cool.
Okay.
So this one here.
This first one we did. Look at the different colors.
Right.
Oh, look at
and
that.
How it catches the light.
Yeah. How fun. And the back is this subtle, beautiful.
Right.
Look at this. Oh.
Look at these.
Whoa.
That nice. So we're like sharing this to give you ideas. Look at the difference on the color as it shows through. But ideas of all the places that you can take this. And it's been just so exciting seeing on the app what people are doing. It's, like we put these seeds in the ground and you guys are growing them in ways that's like actually blowing our minds. And there's a lot of new people on the app and doing great things. It's awesome.
So this next one is the ribbon here. This ribbon. And we tried a bunch of things, and this one we're going to show you the inspiration in the book in a few minutes. And at one point in time, this flourish was like part of the logo on the book, and I thought it would be kind of cool to just put it across that cut part. How fun. And we showed this one, but I don't know if we showed it up close. I added these little triangles at the top, and it makes it look like this.
Right, you can see there.
Yeah, that it makes it look like the ribbon was up here, and you just folded it over. That's kind of fun.
Cool.
And this one, I added a second ribbon on top of that, and you can see it through. Multi-dimensional. So you can see it through,
a little bit of white.
Yeah, the white
on
chalk. Yeah,
Right.
that's kind of neat. And this was just whimsy. I was trying different things. You can tell I was going kind of fast, but
Cool. Thank you, dear.
you're welcome. A little keychain for you.
And let's see, what's another one? Did we do this?
Not yet.
So on this one here, here's a couple
Different
other
iterations.
Isn't that beautiful?
Look at
That's
that.
just so delightful.
I know.
Right?
Right? So you don't get the silvery stuff
On one side,
on
but
one
you
side.
do
You
on
got
the
on
other,
the other.
right? And just the exploration of how this might work and which
Ooh.
way to take it,
Neat stuff.
right?
Let's see.
Oh, want to
Go
show
on.
the book on this one?
But we also have some that we haven't shown you anything of.
Right.
You know, different trial and error things. We come up with a lot of different, you know, we practice different things and trying to see what works best. And with this one here, I did this heavy poke root with that new number 10 pen. And then on the other side, we
Sort of like that.
outlined different things, but then filled it with patterns so that you see the patterns through the leaves here. This is just crazy. I don't even remember how I did this, but this is kind of cool. Maybe you guys can figure it out. But it's just a matter of doing something really big. When you work big with a big pen, then you can go in the back and fill it. So just realize that once you pick up that number 10 pen, that you got to start thinking big.
So it's an example of a tangle becoming a string almost.
Yeah, and this is just well going out and hitting all the points, hitting the corners and seeing what happens with that. This, I'm not sure what we were doing here, but it's kind of fun.
Like getting used to our tools and
Yeah.
how does this work and how does it work on this surface and which tools do what.
I really liked working with orbs. You can see them here. They're like ping pong balls all, lined up. I liked the organized, the way they settled into each other and they nestled in. And I found that I liked doing blobs, like dots of blob ink, and letting the darkness around it work for you as opposed to fighting it. And then on the other side, you can just see the subtle different things. And then I played with some chains going around inside and out.
And then here are just some other real cool explorations.
Who did this?
I think that's
Is that Molly?
Molly.
Martha. Maybe it could even be Martha. I'm not sure. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful exploration. They didn't make it to the back, though.
But it's a good example of how the shading and you can put down that chalk and just move it around with the tortillon.
Oh, I loved working with the chalk pencils on this paper. It's just like the bee's knees. It was awesome, and it smoothed in with the tortillon so nicely.
Here's another exploration of different materials and techniques.
Look at this. How fun is that?
Right?
Oh, it's because it's on the other side.
Right? So you've got these textures showing through. Use of that,
look at that.
big black 10. And then this is a really cool technique, putting the black on top of the white.
Yeah, look at this.
Right?
How fun is that?
This is really neat.
Look at this. We didn't have a brown pen, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have a brown pen. The brown works really nice on it. So.
And here's another one. And mixing the shading, the chalk pen, the colored chalk with the white chalk.
It almost looks like stained glass, right?
Right.
The way stained glass is colored. How beautiful. Wow. Striking stuff.
And then you saw these two and the other one.
The other one is the...
It's this one right here, right there.
With the light behind it. And I wanted to show you the book that I was talking about. So that's the title of it. Here is the authors. the lettering was done by George Bosquet, and the illumination or the illustrations were Horace Hufnagel. And it's from the J. Paul Getty Museum in California. And I bought it in '92 when they first came out with the book. That's how long I've been studying with this. So this was the technique that I was talking about. You lost my page.
I know. But you can see this one here when you turn the page over.
I want to see it up closer. Yeah. So
he has it coming through.
So you can see the stems, how beautiful they look there.
Right?
How gorgeous. Let me see if I can find the other one.
Yeah, it's right over.
No, it was further down.
You can see how beautiful this book is.
So there's the stem going through here, which is just about impossible because I don't think you could get the leaves or the flower through that
You'd
little
have to
slit
have grown
there.
it that
But
way.
I love that he did that, and I laughed every time I'd see it because he was just being funny.
Isn't that great?
Calligraphy humor or illustrator's humor. I love that. Look at this. Are these oysters?
Little mollusks.
And of course, I was so inspired to do bugs, and all kinds of insects and little mice and all kinds of stuff like that. So anyway.
Again, thank you for playing along with us. Thank you for contributing all of your inspiration and taking inspiration from this and so generously sharing it on the app and wherever you share this. And we look forward to continuing to see where you take this. It's really inspirational for us. So thank you.
I want to say something before we go. I want you all to realize that when we do these projects together, there might be some that you don't resonate with or aren't particularly fond of, but the ones that you are really excited about, those will germinate in your work and stretch to become other things. What other things can you have going through the paper? What other things can you twist on the backs? All of these things that you start to have a different attitude. Even if you're working on a regular paper, you can still have these cutouts or things that go onto the back. You just have to figure out a different way to portray it.
We're glad that you had a good time with us, and we look forward to seeing you on the next Project Pack.
See you later.
Bye
Bye.
now.